Yo, what's up? This is Robert DeLong, and you're watching Buzzsaw.
So you played in Ivy before. What do you think it's going to be like playing at Cornell?
I think it's going to be fun. I mean, you know, I heard they sold a lot of tickets, and Passion Pit's a great band to play with. We've done a few shows with them, and it's always been super cool. So, I mean, I'm excited. I think it'll be good, you know, college.
And do you think it's different when you're playing with a predominantly college-aged audience?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think we've done a lot of college shows through the years, and college shows are always real hit or miss. They're either so fun because everyone's, you know, in college and pumped up, and it's like at their school, and they're probably wasted or something. But you know, or it's like real weird and people don't know what to do. But I think it'll be good. It seems like it'll be good.
I mean, I'm excited for the show. So going more into the Robert DeLong experience, when you're planning a song, and like, let's say, for example, how you use a wheel sometimes, what makes you look at a wheel and say, man, I could make an instrument out of this?
You know, I mean, it all kind of fell into my lap slowly over time. You know, I've always been a computer nerd, so I think that's a big part of it. And I had like a bunch of game controllers laying around the house, and you know, when I first started performing, I just didn't have a lot of money. So I was like, well, I have these things laying around. Let's see if there's a way to reappropriate them. And you know, I found people have been hacking them online, and so that was kind of how it all started. And then, you know, because it's become my thing, you know, over time I've found different, more interesting ways to use them visually as the performance.
When you do a new tour, do you try to use a new instrument or anything like that?
Yeah, we're always trying to push the production, either, you know, adding new instruments, new songs, new elements to things, you know, more percussion, or, you know, new visual things, or whatever it is. You know, I'm always trying to, you know, keep things fresh for me and obviously for the audience. So
when you start recording a song for the first time, do you ever think, how is this going to sound live, or how can I adapt it live, or is it you record the song straight through and then afterwards think about that?
I try my best to keep my head away from thinking too much about the live stuff when I'm working on the recordings, just because I don't want it to influence, you know, I want the recording to be cool on its own, you know. But definitely, you know, as I'm finishing a recording, I'll be like, oh, I can imagine what I'm going to do with this part, and or how I might like extend this part and make it do a jam for live or whatever. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's always in the back of my mind.
And then I guess along with just how you sound, you also do the face painting at your shows. How do you think that influences the audience?
To be fair, I don't do the face painting.
Yeah.
I have a wonderful merry band of face painters that, you know, are locally sourced, and my lovely girlfriend Heidi heads up the whole operation. But yeah, I think it's cool. You know, it gives people an opportunity to feel like they're involved in the show, and then you know, obviously it's great for you know, I guess branding in a way. You know, I mean, it's kind of spreading the good word of Robert DeLong.
No branding.
Not branding,
right?
sorry.
How do you think that those factors just overall contribute to the Robert DeLong concert experience?
Well, hopefully, you know, it kind of creates a like a fully integrated experience that people walk away from that's really memorable, you know. And I think to me that's the whole thing. Is, you know, I've been to too many electronic events and shows that were just not memorable. You know what I mean? There was a guy that pressed play and fist pumped, and you know, it's cool, and it's like I love electronic music and all varieties of it. But you know, having that interactive element, I think, you know, hopefully makes an impression and a good one.
And you just launched your latest album, In the Cards. How do you think audiences are part of that song?
I mean, good so far. You know, I haven't heard a lot of direct feedback from fans at shows about, you know, songs from the album. But at this point, I'm playing like 5 songs from the album for the shorter sets, like today, and slowly working in more, you know, before, you know, come November when I'm going on my headlining tour. So yeah.
For as far as the Pandora preview, how do you think your fans reacted? Do you think a lot of fans streamed and listened to your album that way, or?
I mean, I got a lot of positive feedback online. It's always hard to tell, you know, especially me, all I ever see are people saying nice things, so I don't know, maybe there's some people out there that hated it.
I guess my final question, and this is like what I try to ask everybody at the end of the interview, if you could have any superpower that would solve a first world problem, what would it be about?
It would solve a first world problem. Well, I mean, I would love a superpower that like could make any sort of adapter for cabling on the spot. And that is my first world problem. Is, you know, being a live performer with lots of electronics, always like needing some weird, obscure adapter to make something work. So I do that. I'll turn my finger into like a XLR to female quarter inch or something. Yeah.